Welcome to Loves the Wright. Hey. Love the Wright. Love the Wright.
Hey, loves.
Hey, loves.
Hey, loves. Welcome.
Welcome to the right spot.
Alonzo, what is the right spot?
Loves the right spot.
Yes, love is always.
Let's go.
Love.
Always.
Love is always the right spot.
Episode 9.
Episode number 9 in the building.
Thank you for joining us. Yes.
Yes. And tonight's episode is entitled. What is it entitled, Alonzo?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Oh, that's a powerful question.
Come on. On how many levels?
Listen, Where Are You is a lyric from Whenever You're Around.
Yes.
Shout out to the Queen, Jill Scott.
Miss Jill Scott.
Miss Jill Scott.
Peace, Jill.
And it is one of our favorite songs.
It's real deep, though.
And it's a very deep song. She's just an awesome lyricist.
We already know.
And poet. But, you know, this episode, Where Are You, really speaks to the song. And we're going to talk more about that in the lyrical lesson.
Yes.
But that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? That couples have to kind of converse and ask themselves sometimes, right?
Trying
Any
to figure
relationship,
it out.
marriage relationship, engagement, seriously dating,
Yes.
girlfriend and boyfriend. Where are you?
Yeah.
Are you present?
Are you present? And we've been on a journey and trying to get couples out there to reevaluate themselves.
Absolutely.
While they're actively enrolled in the relationship, whether it be a marriage or a seriously dating relationship, right?
Yeah.
So again, tonight we ask, where are you?
Yes. So it's a really complex and deep question,
Right.
Because it goes into, you know, what is your position in the marriage and or your relationship?
Right.
Are you, like I said, are you present? Are you there? Are you involved?
Are you involved?
Are you participating? Are you loving the person?
Right.
So, you know, we're going to get into all that. So this is the thing. Like, can you tell? How can you tell?
Right.
If a person is physically present. Now, we have to break this down for you guys, okay? So, you're physically present.
You're physically there.
You live together.
You live there.
You reside together. You wake up with each other in the morning. You go to bed with each other at night. And, or unless your work schedules, you know, allow you to do otherwise. But most of the time, you're together, right? You're spending time with the person. But when the person is in your presence. When the person is in your home. They are completely tapped out. Ooh. Hello, Earth. Hello.
Almost like a isolation station.
Yes.
Where they are somehow excluding themselves from the general environment that's going on.
Yes. And so, Alonzo, let me ask you, how can that be possible? How can that be possible? What do you think is transpiring?
I mean, I think it could be a number of things, but I think generally it's that the person is really not sociable. Like they have this whole antisocial character trait that plays out in inopportune times. Okay. Like when you should be cordial, when we should be together, we should be lovey-dovey. We should be next to each other. We should be talking about what are we, you know.
He's doing his thing and you doing your thing, or she's doing her thing and he's doing his thing. Right. So, so do you believe that it started out like that?
No way. No way that it started out like that.
It didn't start out like that, right? Because then you guys were to be together, right?
No way.
So what happened?
I think
what happened?
I think it is a matter of one person really indulging in themselves.
Okay.
I think it's a level of selfishness that crept in. I don't know, like, kind of where it came from, but it was maybe the other party didn't show the kind of interest, right, that you may have wanted.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So you started to say, well, you know what? I'm gonna withdraw my interest.
That's deep.
To myself.
Ooh.
Just to keep my sanity to say, well, you know what? I'm starting to put myself out there and not getting anything in return. Ooh, wait a minute.
My heart is hurt right there.
Listen.
Just know that somebody wouldn't even think about
doing that. Right. Instead of just communicating.
Right. So that goes back to somewhat of some of the things that we talked about last episode 8. Check that out if you guys haven't done that. Love you better. Yes. Shout out to LL.
Peace out.
But we talked about attention. You talked about you know, because that song was in reference to, you know, the husband or the spouse or the boyfriend, you know, not giving much attention.
Right, kind of losing that attention.
Right, so, listen, attention is a big thing in a relationship.
Right.
So how do you feel about that? And then it's like a part 2 to it.
Right.
Because if you don't give enough attention, as Jill is saying in the song, and we'll talk about it later, you can have a sense of loneliness when you're on the receiving end of that. And
that's not a good place, to be lonely in your relationship.
Right.
You know, to kind of feel like, well, you know, I can't really express myself, or I can't really be myself, or the way I would love to be in my relationship. Right. So you kind of turn into a totally different person.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's interesting. That's interesting because then I'm looking at you differently, right? Because wait, you say you love me with your lips, but when we're around each other, it's almost like I
can't stand you.
We pass us by, like we passing like in the night. Passes in the night. Like, wait a minute, no, I know you.
Right.
We made a commitment to each other.
Well, do you know me? That's the question.
Wait a minute.
So now we got to go to that.
Come on.
So that, to me, when you have all of that going on, and again, we're talking about where are you? Are you present in a relationship? All of those things.
Yes.
It's like, are you giving your spouse or your significant other enough attention? And I don't mean, you know, being up in their butt all the time. I don't mean you following them foot to foot. I don't mean you checking on them via text and calls every 5 seconds or
almost
minutes.
Obsessiveness.
No, I'm not talking about obsessiveness. I'm not talking about when you're outside of the home. I'm just talking about when you're in the home. Do you guys, you know, share that quality time together? You know what I'm saying? Like,
is it difficult to share that time?
And then the difficulty that we're going to speak about right now is about growing apart. People love to say that very easily and quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it was like this when we first started, and now, yo, we grew apart. Yo, I don't know. She different. He different.
She different.
I don't know what the problem is, or whatever the case may be.
The problem is.
I don't know what the situation is. I'm trying to figure it out. Why you acting new? He may say, why she acting stink? She got an attitude all the time. He want to sleep all the time. He want to be into the video game. He want to be into the sport.
Those attitudes,
what is that about?
Those things are lingering things. You know what I mean? It's not really just one thing. It's like it's piled up. It's been so, you know, long that y'all really had a heart to heart. Now it's like, wait a minute.
But
I got a whole
that's the
bunch
big
of
question.
stuff to unpack.
Where are you? I'm gonna just keep saying it. Where are you in your relationship? Let's reevaluate it. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring, as we say every week, bring those things to the table. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like these are questions, or this is a big question that every couple should have. And we talked about it last week about having check-ins with each other, different things like that. But some of you guys may require more. You know what I'm saying? You actually may need to table this whole topic discussion right now. You know what I'm saying? Again, life happens, right? So you have work, you have children, you have, religious obligations, you have social organizations, you have fraternities, sororities, you have whatever you need to, that you're a part of, that you're spread thin sometimes.
Sure.
But I would definitely say you need to always horn in and focus time on each other, defrag. You know what I'm saying? We've said it before. Let the children go to bed early. Schedule date nights. You know what I'm saying? And then this is the other thing too. I can say, speaking to what we do sometimes and how we do it. Like, there are times where I know my husband is watching a game or doing something that I could have been in the room reading. I could have been taking care of something, doing something with one of the children or whatever the case may be. Right. And I won't necessarily stay in the bedroom. I will come in and sit next to him and watch the game with him. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I do love sports. I'm into basketball. Cool. I'm into, football. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. That's my team.
No comment
on that. He's a Giant.
No. No comment on that.
He is terrible right now. Anyway, with all of that being said, I do watch sports with you. We watch all kinds of sports.
You do.
Okay?
You watch it.
And we get competitive with card games and different things.
We do those things.
But I'm saying that those things are important.
Yes, those things are important.
That allows each other to give each other attention and be in the person's world.
And this is being in the person's world. But now, this is what I want to say though. Right. I've come to learn that not every relationship has that friendship.
Okay, which we talked about.
Right. No, we talked about that. But
episodes, right.
like how you meet someone, right? And you love this about them,
right?
You love that about them, right? For some people, they're very, very skilled or very good conversationalists, right? And you can talk for days. Yeah. And usually, sometimes a relationship starts out like that because that's how you get to learn about one another, right? But then, that might just been something that the person was really putting on, right? To draw you, or knowing that you had that conversation. So they stepped their game up to have a little conversation with you.
So wait, right? So is that a level of fakeness and phoniness?
No. That might be something that they aspiring to. They would like to be a better communicator. And you sparked that. Now, what happened is it didn't get any more training after that. Like, that whole, after a while, once you get to know a little bit about each other, you don't talk as much. Right? So the person, like, say me in that place, be the person where I wasn't really a great conversationalist from the beginning. But we did have great conversation. But now that's dying down. Right?
Because I just want to know, it's dying down because, to me, I'm going to question, what was the connecting factor? What actually
was that really,
connected us?
Yes. Was that the real connection?
Right. Was it authentic? Was it an authentic connection?
Wait. But see, wait a minute. Because, we're in a relationship. So now we're going to reflect and revisit the whole connection piece. Right. Now we really, are you rocking the boat? Right. So to speak. Right. To say, what is this really about? Right. What is this relationship built on?
Again, like we said last week, it starts out as puppy love. It gets to different levels of love. Right. And you have to decide you want to love the person better. And in loving the person better, you need to kind of meet them where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, things happen. You change careers. You change, education. You aspire to go back to school. All these things, different things. And you change as individuals in a relationship, but you're still in a relationship together. Right. I would say, again, are you present? You know what I'm saying? You still would have to, schedule that quality time. You still would have to love on the person, be present in your love. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with reminiscing on the yesteryears of love. You know what I'm saying? Like you had a couple of months ago or a year ago and different things like that. Because sometimes that does allow you to kind of refocus and come back in. You know what I'm saying? Snap out of your trance or whatever. Sure. But I just feel like that whole situation of being present in the now moment of your life, in your relationship, and basking in it. Come on, basking in your love. It is a huge thing. You know what I'm saying? And again, in order for your loves to get strengthened, in order for it to go higher and higher and deeper and deeper, you have to ask yourselves the question, Am I present? Where am I? Mm-hmm. Am I loved?
I mean, the simple question like that, I ask you a lot. What are you thinking? What are you thinking about?
Right, you do.
And it's like, well, maybe you just need a moment to just be in your own mind and space, right? Yeah. But sometimes I want to know. I want to know, what is that thought?
Right.
Because maybe I have an observation on it, or maybe, you know, you letting me in that way is opening up a conversation that may have never taken place.
That's true.
Right?
That is
So
true.
that's like, okay, I'm interested, right? I'm paying attention.
Right.
You know, in that way.
And that's your job. To me, that is your job as the person's partner, as the, you know, as the relationship grows. That is your job, to express interest, to be intrigued and to find out. Right. So, oh my God, listen, you guys, this conversation is doing a whole lot right now.
Listen,
stay tuned. We are just getting started.
Yes.
Stay tuned to our Cooperative Economics Spotlight for the month of August.
Chefjsencounter.com.
Chefjsencounter.com.
Let's go, Jay.
Josh.
Yes.
Check it out.
Check it out. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yes. Let's go.
So
Let's go.
Listen, you know, we're talking about where are you? We talked about being present. And you know, Alonzo. So I mean, we talked about different scenarios as to how people, you know, maybe are not present, you know, like whatever. So what does it mean, I guess, to be present in your love? Like, how do you get there?
How do you get there?
How do you show it?
Well, yeah, how do you show that you're present?
Right.
Well, I mean, generally it is paying attention, right? Like, that's the general way. That's the simple way. But you then again got to take advantage of the opportunities to make yourself present and make your presence felt. Okay. Right? Because a lot of times we know the routines of our household, right? Like what we do in the morning, what we do in the evening, some weekends what we do, right? And those of us who have children, you know, that's an added, you know, another thing to the game, you know, that you got to make and manage, you know, your time around. Right. But when there's an opportunity for you to be present with your partner in whatever they're into, like it could be an endeavor that they're maybe trying to achieve in, or it could be vice versa, something that you want to invite them in on to say, this is what I was doing. This is what I was thinking about. I was working on this project, or I was working on this idea.
Right. So you're saying, draw the person in, bring
sometimes
them
you
into,
have to. Sometimes
bring them
you
into
have
your
to.
world. Now, it's funny that you say that, because, you know, like for ALO Design Pros, and that's one of the businesses that we have, www.alodesignpros.com. Right. You know, I was actually brought into a portion of ALO Design Pros, as far as on the administration side and as far as management side, which then turned into a whole nother, you know, business, which was like Wright's Consulting, because it was like we were collaborating on so many different projects for companies and small businesses and just people that, churches, ministries, different things like that, organizations, that it was like, okay, my wife does this, you know, she's good with marketing, she's good with da-da-da-da-da. So let me bring her in. So I was actually, you know, brought in your world because there was a time where you were spending a lot of time outside of your professional employment, you know, doing that. And it was like, sometimes it was like, okay, you know,
where do I fit in?
Right, exactly.
Right.
But it's not that I was really questioning it. It just was like just very time consuming, and we were just trying to figure that out sometimes.
Right.
So, you know, it kind of helped with you communicating and saying, you know, hey, babe, this is my project for this week. This is what I have to do.
Right.
This is what I need your help with or your assistance with. What do you think about this? How does this design look? Different things like that. So kind of running back and forth on each other, and you really become, like our shirts say, boom, pow. It really becomes like an explosive love situation. Because you build teamwork, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. You heard us say that before. But then it also puts you into an entrepreneurial mindset where you guys are really working together, like for a common goal, right? A common aim or whatever. And it could turn into something that is a business or whatever it is, whatever your passion is together. So I think that that's definitely cool. But I would also say too that it's okay to kind of not, I don't want to say be demanding, but a little spontaneous with things, you know what I'm saying, to actually reel the person in, you know, into love or change the mood or the setting of the environment. And I would say that, you know, to ladies or whatever the case may be, and gents, listen, make your home, you know what I'm saying, it's most comfortable, clean, sanitary. Your home definitely needs to be like your oasis, right? So that sometimes is a part of the problem, you know what I'm saying, that you can't even have a moment to love on each other or really just kind of be whisked away even in your own home, because it's a lot of other elements and different things that are in the home that are challenging. So that's just a sidebar, you know what I'm saying? Like, get that together, you know what I'm saying? We have small children. They, you know, they all have their individual rooms, but sometimes a 5-year-old, you know, she comes into the living room space or whatever, and if we want to have a movie and date night, if we want to have a boot up night in the living room, listening to music or vibing out and doing whatever we want to do in here, we're like, great, you know, come in, like, come clean, get your stuff, come get your toys, let's put the stuff up or whatever the case may be. And that's, I'm just saying, invest in those things, whether it's plants, whether it's, you know, photos, pictures, lighting,
create the ambiance.
Yes, create the ambiance or whatever to help you and your spouse, your significant other, fiance, whatever the person is to you, to be present in the moment, because that could be one of the reasons that they're tapped out.
Right. And I will also say too that, you know, in this climate right now, you have to really consider your mate and yourself being a power couple, because there's so much access that we have, you know, to do some of this and some of that, or just focus in one area. And it's fun. It's fun to do it together, because it's like, wait a minute, like, what could we do? Right. You know what I mean? Like, open up that imagination. You know, like, you know, I love the way that you do this. Oh, this is another thing too. Let me help somebody. Right. When you know that your spouse is gifted in a certain area, talented in a certain area, natural gifts, right? It's your duty to help them cultivate that. That's awesome. Because this is where you have been brought together for a specific purpose. But that's again going back to you giving them attention. Yes. Being present in the moment. You know what I'm saying, and just knowing and learning. You know what I'm saying, about and being a pusher, like pushing and being a pusher. But see, but what happens with that is that opens up a lot of different lanes for communication. That opens up the person that may have thought that what they was thinking about was maybe outlandish. Yes. Right? It was a little bit over the top. Yes. But, you know, when you say, well, hold on, like, maybe let's do something with that. Right. You know, and it doesn't even have to be something on a big scale. We're talking about something that can just start as a thought. I was going to say that the thought process and the simplicity really is encouragement and affirmation. Let's go. Encouragement is huge in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? So you could say that 4 or 5 more times. Yeah. If you know, like, your mate is doing something well, tell them that. Yes. So tell them that. That right there can change that person's frown or their mood or whatever. You know, again,
Everyone loves to hear
that's
that.
Simple, but that's so powerful.
It's very powerful. Everyone loves to hear that they're doing a good job.
Yes.
Everyone loves to hear, oh, hey, babe, you look great today.
Wait a
in
minute.
That dress. Or, oh, my God, come on, this beard. Oh, yes.
Some things. No,
Shout out to Gracefully Yours.
Gracefully Beard Balm. I got the beard balm wrong.
Shout out to Darian Jones.
Yes.
But listen, at the end of the day, it's real. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, that's how you honestly keep falling in love with the person, like over and over and over again, right?
That is so good.
And
so good.
You have to keep that. You have to keep that going. You have to keep that going. So listen, that leads us. We're getting ready to get into our 3 points. But what were you going to say? What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I hope that somebody heard that.
Yeah.
I hope that somebody heard that encouragement part.
Yeah.
Encourage your mate.
Yes.
And also focus on being a power couple.
Yeah.
Focus on your strengths.
Affirm each other. Yes.
Affirm each other. Affirm each other.
Yes.
Let's go to the points. Come on, let's go.
Be perfect.
All right. So tonight again, where are you?
Where are you
in your relationship?
Where are you?
You know what I mean? Are you present?
Are you present?
Come on, 3 points. We're gonna do this right now. Boom. Number 1. Don't check out.
Whew. Okay.
Don't check out. How do you be present? You don't check out. Come on with it. What's checking out?
Listen, you're living in a moment. So if that requires, come on, ladies, to dress up, put some heels on, lingerie.
Ooh.
Huh?
Brothers,
bring
I'm
them
here
in.
for you. We
okay?
did.
Bring
we did
them
for
in.
that.
Okay. And listen.
Out.
Hey, listen. It may be it may be for the fellas too. Listen, she might want you to do a little something. You know what I'm saying? A little.
You might have to dig in the bag of tricks on them. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So, and the power of love, as Luther could say, will, reel that person in, bring them back in. Okay, bring them back in or whatever.
Don't check out.
And don't check out. Like I said, it shouldn't be a struggle. Struggle love to me is played out. Okay?
What are we doing?
Can we say that again?
What are we doing?
Struggle love is played out. Okay?
Come on.
It should not
Let's
be
get over
such
that
of
hump.
it should, come on, Badu. It should not be a serious struggle for you to love on the person, okay?
Right.
Especially if you have decided to be with the person. So,
and the thing is, sometimes your mate might need a little help.
Exactly.
Right? But wait a minute. It shouldn't hurt you to help them in the process to see that they're not present.
Yes.
That's a
Shout
message
out to our spiritual father.
Come on with it.
But anyway, number two is listen, be curious.
Be curious.
Right.
That means that the learning in your relationship never stops.
Yep. The learning curve, the learning process.
Wait a minute. There are new levels.
Inquire.
And new layers that your partner has maybe achieved.
Yep. Seek
inwardly.
Seek and you shall find.
You know what I'm saying? That you don't see naturally.
Yeah.
And they like, wait a minute, I'm doing these things and my mom, I'm doing these things and I'm growing.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm curious about. I see a change.
But
wait a minute, I see a change.
But knocking that door will be open. That door. You know what I'm saying? And
pay attention what you're looking at.
Yes, you have to listen. You don't want it to be a stranger in your house.
No,
Come on,
curious.
to be like you try to figure out. Like, no, you don't want that to be the situation. You have to ask your mate questions.
Come on.
You have to inquire.
You
should want to. Right. And just even, there are, random questions should not hurt. Hey, babe, what do you think about this? You know what I'm saying? What is your thought process on that? Or whatever. And I'm not saying get into politics or anything like that, but just lighthearted conversations. Yes, or whatever. And like, hey, you want to try this new food? You want to try this type of food? All of those type of things will kind of allow you to be present in the relationship.
Present in the relationship.
Where are you? Okay? And point number 3. What is point number 3?
Rekindle the fire.
Rekindle the fire.
Now, when you lighten the fire, if those of us who have had fireplaces, where you might throw another log in to keep the fire going.
That's right.
The fire on its own is not going to burn forever.
No, it is not.
It takes work.
Right.
You're going to have to add something.
Yeah, and you're going to have to add an accelerant. And the accelerant could be light and fluid. It could be 2 twigs together.
Whatever
matches.
it takes to keep the fire burning.
Listen, baby.
Right? So we deal with it in our relationships. Like, listen, what do I have to do? And I'm willing to do that thing.
Right.
To keep this fire burning.
And I would say back to what we talked about originally. How you, and my mom has said this to me like years ago, you know what I'm saying, before I even got married. How you got the person is how you need to keep the person,
how you
right?
need to keep the person.
So in order to rekindle that, you have to kind of keep that express interest on that. Like you said, you know, tap into to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't be afraid to learn about, you know, something that you may have not been doing that you could throw on the fire, right?
And also, embrace the person's changes. People necessarily don't always stay the same, but in the process of rekindling the fire, you're loving the person, right? So you should be loving the person, let me say that, from inside out. You know what I'm saying? So even if they've made changes physically or whatever, because that's the situation too. Sometimes people tap out, oh, she gained weight, he da-da-da-da, he gained weight, and, you know, it happens. But, you know, being present in the moment. And allowing yourself to rekindle and say, this is why I love the person. This is why I fell in love with the person. Will bring you back. Will bring you up to speed. Will bring you to the present day.
And again, like, you know, what we say, and not to control, just to back you up, like, we saying these things not as perfect people sitting in front of you.
Oh, no, definitely not.
We have to do the work. That we go through, the challenges that we do, we have to do all of these things. But if we could just get the ear of one couple, we doing our job. You know what I mean? Just one is be like, you know what? Let me take another look at my relationship, because you know what? I need to be present for this, and that's because I haven't been. Be honest. You know what? I haven't been present in my relationship for the past months, years, and I now have to take a look at myself. Looking at this video, being honest and saying, wow, when was the last time?
Listen, we throwing y'all a lifeline. And one of the ways that we're throwing y'all a lifeline is with our cooperative economic spotlight for this month with Chef Chefjsencounter. We are co-sponsoring.
Let's get it.
A date night for you guys.
Who needs a date night?
Who needs a date night?
Come on.
If you are in the North Jersey area, if you are in the Jersey area, and you are in need, okay? Because that's what the flyer said. Who is in need of a date night, okay? Sometimes you have to, as we just said, invest in your love, right? You have to put things out there.
Gotta put it out there.
It's $80 per person. That's $160 per couple. Listen, you guys, it's a great investment. We're doing social distancing. It's only open to 3 other couples. So with us, that would be 4 couples. And it's going to be an intimate private dining experience. Awesome. Okay. If you have food allergies, you can let us know. We will try to, you know, the chef will definitely accommodate all of that good stuff. But it's out there. You know what I'm saying? So go to www.LovesTWS.com. Okay. Send us your story.
Your bio. Tell us your story and why you need this.
Well, listen, babe, you know, we are investing in a couple. Okay. We are sponsoring one couple. Okay. All expense paid, right? And the 2 other couples, if you would like to join us, you know, you guys would have to pay. You know, and we would definitely love to have you.
To share your advice, share your wisdom. You know what I mean?
And it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a live, actually, LovesTWS show and experience. So it's going to be awesome or whatever. We won't record the whole date night because we do believe that you guys should have y'all privacy and intimate time, and we're going to have ours. But we would love to feature couples or whatever that are taking time, you know what I'm saying, to be present, like I said, in the moment, even throughout this pandemic and quarantine where relationships are challenged.
Now,
now, you gotta have this time.
You gotta have this time. And real quick, we want to make sure that everyone is staying safe out there. You know, across the country, across the world, actually. And you know, love on each other. I mean, right now, it is definitely a trying time for many. More on some levels than others. And they need that extra love.
And love is what's going to get you through. Love is the answer. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole situation with that. So like I said, look at the flyer. Chefjsencounter.
Come on.
Which is posted. And listen, guys, we're getting ready to get into our lyrical lesson on tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying.
Come on, Jill.
Where are you? Come on.
Where are you?
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott.
Whenever you're around.
Whenever you're around. Let's go.
Cause I'm lonely whenever you're around.
Lyrical lesson. Episode number 9. Where are you?
Where are you?
And the lyrical lesson is Whenever You're Around.
Come on, Jill.
By Jill Scott.
Jill Scott.
So this is what Jill says,
Come
right?
on. What
she says, listen to me. Listen to me. She says that about 6 times in the beginning of the song, right?
Okay, all right.
And then she says to her partner, now this is a crazy thing. You know, she's saying this. This is what we believe.
Right.
She's saying this to her spouse, to her boyfriend, to her fiance, whoever she's saying it to, right?
Okay,
she says, I've been talking to this man. He's been saying what I like, and he makes me smile when I'm down.
Ooh.
See, now, we talked about the door. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful.
Somebody in her ear.
Right, because you done tapped out. So somebody else at work making her smile.
You're not present.
Ooh. Okay, we gonna go on. So he says sweet things in my ear.
Come on.
All the things that I needed to hear. Now, why you not saying all the things that she needed to hear? Why you not saying all the things he needed to hear? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Are y'all there? Okay. But she said, but that's as far as it's going. I promise. So, you know, it's not like she trying to cheat. She not trying to.
But hold up. He in the area, though. He in the area or she in the area.
Right.
Either or.
Possibly.
You know what I mean?
Possibly. It's in a mental thing. They just, you know what I'm saying?
Minute.
Right. So she says, she admits, she says, but I enjoy it. I love it so.
I love it so.
And she just says, because, you know, it seems like I'm always alone. But this is the part. She says, but you're at arm's reach. Right. You're at arm's reach.
Right.
But baby, where are you? Now that's a lyric right there, because how can somebody be at arm's reach and then you turn around and ask them, where are you? Meaning that you're physically here, but you're not here with me. You're not tapped out. You're not loving me. You're not caressing me. You're not being with me. You know what I'm saying? You're not present in the moment.
So we just occupying space.
You just occupying space. She says, but baby, where are you? Where are you? Because she says, I got this fire. And it's sweet and true.
It's sweet and true.
But I'm cold as ice around you.
Around you.
Because I'm lonely. Whenever you're around. Listen, guys. We don't want.
Thank you, Jill. Wait a minute.
Ooh, my mind.
I'm lonely.
We do not want you to be lonely.
You're around.
In a relationship. That is like an oxymoron. That is totally crazy. It just don't make no sense.
But it's happening.
It does happen. And that's why we're talking about it.
Yes.
Listen, you do not want to be lonely or feel like you on an island.
But hold on.
And you're in a relationship and a marriage. That the goal is for you not to be lonely. The goal is for you not to be at arm's reach and your spouse asking you, where are you?
Somebody's watching this and they starting to tear up because I just felt that thing.
Right.
Because to be lonely in your relationship is who's wants that?
It's heartbreaking.
It's a crazy thing to even be involved with.
Yes.
But it happens.
It does happen.
And somebody out there right now is in that place.
Yes.
This is a turning point.
Well, listen, guys.
It's a turning point.
You to listen.
You gotta talk about this.
Listen to the song. Go back and finish the lyrics. The second verse, she gets into, you know, the question where she starts to communicate. You know what I'm saying? But again, it really should be the reverse. The communication should happen first before there is a door that's open or a window of opportunity for it to happen.
And she said that he's saying things I need to hear. Right? That those, he or she, whatever the situation is, you know, there are some comforting words. There's some things that you can alleviate a lot of stress with just by speaking the right thing.
But just by being present.
Ooh.
So listen, guys.
Present.
I hope you guys
Where are you?
have enjoyed this episode on tonight.
Yes.
Be involved.
Be involved.
Be curious.
Be a participant.
Don't check out.
Don't check out on your relationship. Come on.
The fire.
Rekindle it.
Rekindle it.
Come on.
Be all booed up. Love
you know
each
what I mean?
other. You
it's
know
all
what I'm saying?
right.
Boom pow. Explosive
Listen,
love.
shoot for that power couple status.
Yes. And
because y'all got it.
And you got it. And listen, the love is still there. The love is still there.
Come on with it.
But you have to work on it, and you have to constantly keep working on it.
Come on.
Anything that's great.
You don't
get it quickly.
Great.
Got to keep working on it, right?
Come on, babe.
So, listen, guys. Stay tuned in. We'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
We have the special episode next week, like I said.
We're going to be live with y'all.
Those couples.
Come on.
Listen, guys. Go to www.LovesTWS.com. Sign up.
Right.
Send us your story.
And send us your story. And wherever y'all watching this right now, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, like it. Share it. Share it with somebody that you know that need this.
And comment.
That hear it. That you done told this already to them, but you know, listen, like they hear it from somebody else. You know what I mean? Sometimes it works.
Yes.
Peace. Come on.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
You have now.
Come on, you have now.
You have now reached.
You have now reached.
The right spot.
The right spot.
Loves the right spot.
The right spot.
Love.
Be encouraged to be great.
Yeah.
See y'all next week.
Yes.
Peace and love.
Welcome to Loves the Right.
Hey.
Love the right. Love the right. Love the right.